Top tonight, a year after a Socorro ISD bus driver was caught on camera touching a 10-year-old girl, her grandmother is speaking publicly for the first time. Good evening, everyone. I'm Julia Spencer, and this is ARC El Paso. The driver has since admitted to the crime, but the family says the plea deal doesn't match the long-term impact. They stayed anonymous when I first spoke with them back in 2024. Now they're ready to share their story.
I feel peace. But honestly, that still is not enough for what he did, violating her rights as a young little girl.
A year later, we're face to face with the family of the 10-year-old girl who reported the inappropriate contact. In early November, Rodolfo Laureano, a former Socorro ISD bus driver, pled guilty to indecency with a child. Laureano received 10 years of probation and 300 hours of community service. The family says they can still remember how afraid their daughter was on that day in 2024.
It hurts a lot. It's hard for me because I trusted this man. I trusted him.
Now, after his sentencing, they want to speak freely.
I think it's weak. I think it should be more harsh. But then I can't. I'm not the judge.
Grace Payan, the girl's grandmother, says she worked alongside Laureano in the district for more than 5 years.
It weighed heavily on me and actually went into depression because of that. Because it became personal. Because this man, I knew this man, personally knew this man and trusted him.
Although a year has passed and her granddaughter is doing as well as she can, Payan says one thing hasn't changed. She still can't bring herself to ride the bus.
From that day, when she stepped off that bus, her first words out of her mouth to my daughter were, "I don't want to ride the bus anymore, Mom." And my daughter asked her, "Why?" She says, "Because the bus driver is acting weird." And that's where it all just came out.
I reached out to the district attorney's office about Laureano's sentence. In a statement, it said in part, quote, "After discussing the pros and cons of proceeding to trial with the victim's family and the defendant's willingness to accept a responsibility, a plea to 10 years probation and lifetime registration as a sex offender appropriately balances the need to resolve the case without subjecting the victim to trial." But Payan says her family is still grieving and that prevention starts with one thing.
Sometimes these kiddos are afraid that no one's gonna listen to them. They need to be heard, for one. But communication is key, literally. Like I say this everywhere, in your home, of course, because that's where it starts. Communication, always.
The family hopes sharing their story pushes other kids to speak up when something feels off, and they're urging parents to keep those conversations going at home. ARC El Paso has also learned of other cases ending in plea deals, and will be following up with the district attorney's office to understand how those decisions are being made.